Hi, everybody. Dr. Sandra Colton Medici here. I hope you're having a great start to 2021. Now, I know that we were all just waiting for 2020 to end. So now that we are in 2021, what are we going to do for our businesses that will help us push to the next place? If you have never listened to any of my podcasts on Sweet Bites with Sandra, there are a lot of tips that I give in every episode that help business owners. You're probably hearing a lot of dog barking, so we're all working from home, so I apologize for that. It's not my dog, it's just on the street. But we're all working from home, and I know that that sometimes gets in the way of giving our best to our business. And I want to make sure that we all have a really good mindset moving forward, that we all really work as a team. I know, build our community whatever way you can, whether it's through your family network, through your colleagues, to really push yourself and be accountable in this new year to make moves. And I'm not talking about desk dance. If you've been on my Instagram page, you'll see some reels that I hashtag desk dance. But what I'm really talking about is shifting your mindset. In 2020, for me, I had a major mindset shift, and that was being okay with the fact that I had done a lot in my past and not wanting to recreate that success in the same way. And so for me, I wanted to create new success and new milestones. I wrote a book. I started a podcast. So for me, it was about changing the mindset to being okay with like whatever I had done and moving forward from that. So with you, if you're watching this and you are like, oh, but what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do in 2021? There's so much that we can do now with the technology that we have today, that I want you to just take a deep breath and say 2021 is wide open space. Whether it's your technology space, whether it's in your work, if you have a 9 to 5 job, think about it in a very blank slate type of way. And then now we're just going to plug it in as we go. What we were talking about today is brand design inspiration. And I know a lot of people, they get really kind of trapped in that space of, well, does it look good? Should I pick this logo or this logo? Should I have somebody do my brand design? And there are a lot of places where you can find preset graphics for your business. So you can get onto Canva and use preset graphics that they have and just kind of plug and play. You can get to go over to like Creative Market. You can go on to Etsy. There's a lot that you can play with on Envato and doing those elements there. So there's a few different resources that that I just named that you can get onto, that you can start your brand design on your own without hiring somebody to do it for you. The problem that happens with a lot of preset graphics that I wanted to talk about today is that a lot of brands start to look the same, right? You go onto Canva and you type in, I don't know, laptop, and you pull the picture for laptop, you plug it into your design for whether you're on Instagram, your actual square post, or you're doing a story. And the next thing you know, you're scrolling through your feed and you're like, wow, that looks a lot like that other person's. And then you scroll some more and it's like, oh, everybody used that. So that's not a good thing, right? So you want to be able to stand out and be unique. And so when we are talking about brand design and how to avoid preset graphic kind of like, ugh, we just kind of look like we all copied each other, what I like to suggest is go on there. If you want to just, be on Canva, be on Creative Market, be on Etsy, and pull from these preset graphics, which is super good. It is easy. It is plug and play. It helps you save some time, save a lot of money, and also you're kind of behind the rest of the design. So you are in the driver's seat for how the final product really is. So what I like to suggest to avoid being that replicated design from, from Canva. Let's just use that as an example. You put in laptop, you pull the design. Eesh. Number one, you can change all of the font. Change all of the font so that it doesn't look like anybody else's. If you put in laptop, try not to pick the first laptop that comes up. Scroll through all of the options so that you have something else that not everybody is going to be picking through, because a lot of people do. They pick that first image, they're like, oh, that's good, and they plug it in, and then you see it over and over and over. What you want to do is scroll through and see if there's something that you like, something that's in your brand colors, something that is going to pop out, even if it's not the first one, so that you're not picking the same thing that everyone else is. Now, that's hard to do if you're just using like a cell phone. If you're just using, the image graphic of like an iPhone. Okay, it's all going to be the same. But the way that you design the actual picture, where you put your elements and how you design the actual final frame, that's all you. So you have inside the way to drive your product and your brand image through your own creativity. Now, so I've talked about scrolling through to make sure you're not picking the first picture. The other thing is, and then also changing all of the font. The other thing is making sure that you are being inspirational with what you're putting out there, because there's a lot of throwaway content, lots of throwaway content on the internet. And when you scroll, you stop on what hits you, what speaks to you. So when you're doing all of your brand design, you want to make content that speaks to your audience. You want to speak to their needs. You want to solve, whatever issues that they're having. You want to provide a solution that way. And you want to be able to be that image that they go, what is that? What are they talking about? So being that solution to a problem and having something that stands out, because there's so much clutter on the internet right now, because we're all at home, we're all, spewing it out as fast as we possibly can. So make sure that you say something that matters. Say something that is meaningful. Talk about what matters to you. What matters to me, my mom, my dad, my sister, my aunt, my cousins, my husband, my kids. Talk about things that matter to you, that you feel comfortable putting out there on the internet, because it's forever. But make sure that it resonates with you and your story, because if you're putting up something that is what you think people want to hear or what you think people want you to be, that's pretty fleeting. It's pretty fleeting, and it's pretty easily recognizable when it's not really authentic. So kind of rounding out this conversation is to avoid preset graphics, dismal repetitiveness, by changing up your font, scrolling through to to every other picture so that you're not picking the first one if you're on Canva, and making it really speak and resonate with your audience. I know a lot of people talk about going viral, and we talked about this on one of my podcast episodes with Meryl Johnson about, can we make things go viral? Things go viral if they're supposed to go viral. If enough people gravitate toward that content because it was great, sometimes it's an accident. Sometimes it's a happy little accident. But you can't really force things to go viral. You can always be authentic, and that can go viral. So make sure that you take those tips to heart when you're creating your content. Even if you're using what I talked about, Canva, Creative Market, Etsy, or even Envato Elements, or any of those other programs out there that have the preset graphics going, you can always switch them up to make sure that they are authentic to you and what your message is and what your brand is about. Okay, so I wanted to also talk about two other things. I'm doing a Facebook reboot for two groups today. One is at 11:30 and the other is at 12 o'clock. So I have two groups on Facebook. I have Sweet Bites with Sandra, and I also have another group called Icons of Online Movement. So we're doing a Facebook reboot. Say that 15 times fast. And so if you haven't joined either one of those groups, make sure that you do. If you're watching this video in one of those groups, make sure you stick around for the reboot. I just want to talk with those members of the group so that we can just have more of a community. And if you want to join, make sure that you click on facebook.com/groups/Sweet Bites with Sandra, and bites is spelled BYTES. And the other one is facebook.com/groups/icons of online movement. So if you are a new person in my group, hello. If you are someone who's been in the group for a while, let's do this, okay? So I will see you guys online in both of those groups today. And then also check out my website, because if you haven't had a chance to subscribe to my newsletter, I send it out. It always has great tips for business owners, even if you're just starting out. That's the place that I love to talk to people about, is just starting out. What are you doing right now that is going to get you to the next place in your business? I love those conversations, because sometimes you might just be talking, and to me, as an outside perspective, it might be obvious what your next step is, but to you, you might just be spinning in your own hamster wheel, because I've been there and I've done that. But sometimes it takes an outside person or perspective to give you some sort of, observation that helps you have your whoa, my aha moment, my Oprah aha moment, or my internal, did I really do that? I can fix that. There are so many things I've been doing over this course of the holiday, where I've just been tweaking my website and doing little things to make it more optimized. And I was like, gosh, why didn't I do that before? Because I don't know, it's just something I never got around to, or whatever. There's so many things, so many excuses that we all have for why we're not doing things right now. But 2021, light bulbs are going off. I'm telling you, switch your mindset to a doing mindset and you will get so much done. I'm telling you. I know 2020, that is a wrap. I know we're reflecting and we are trying to look forward and push ourselves to the next place. But I'm looking at December 31st of 2021. What will we have accomplished? That's what I'm looking for. It's December 31st, 2021. What will you have said and done this year that you can look back to and be like, whoa, we got so much done. We got so much done. We can actually relax, de-stress, party a little bit. I'm hoping that the clubs are open in December 31st, 2021. I feel like the energy that we need right now is going to just take us through to that place. But if we don't plan for that success at the end, or little wins in the middle, we're just going to stay in the same spot. And so I want to be your energy. I know that you have energy yourself. Text me, or put a note in the comments if you want to have a one-on-one chat with me. I'm so happy to get on the phone with people, or on a Zoom call. I feel like that's the new that's what we're doing right now, to really have that moment of going, what do I want to do? What am I about? Who am I trying to serve? All of those questions, and just get them out, because if they stay inside of you, no one's ever going to know. No one will ever know. And I really feel like this is your year, because it's my year and it's going to be your year too. And I have the energy from knowing that a lot of 2020, I worked on what I really wanted. And I feel like there's a lot of people who are just like me who worked, and they got a little bit farther. But 2021 is going to open up that landscape, open it up way farther to say, okay, I can do what I've been trying to do. I can make what I've been trying to make. I can really reach the audience that I've been trying to reach, because with the education and the knowledge and the time and the work ethic and all of those things, backed by that energy that I know that we all have, because we've been kind of like, 2020, what are we doing? But now we're like, ooh, 2020 is gone. 2021. Oh, that's hard to say. I know. I keep thinking, like, when you're thinking about the date, it's hard to write it, but it's even harder to say it. So come with me on this journey, and I will put into the chat info at sandracoltonmedici.com if you want to have another chat with me, one-on-one conversation about you and your business and taking it to the next place. I am certainly happy to join you on that call, because it's all about moving yourself, that internal motivation. And I have it. And that's just because I want the next thing for myself. And I want you to want the next thing for yourself too. So I'm happy to chat with you. And join me on my next Facebook group reboot at 11:30, and I'll join you there. Oh, I'm so excited. This is a good year, and I am just so excited to, have a Facebook family online, and hopefully get you guys to the next place with a little gentle push. I'll talk to you guys soon.